Heyo! Welcome back, everybody. This is EonShiKeno with another StarCraft 2 commentary for you guys. We're back with another best of 3. Let's go ahead and introduce our top players. Our red Zerg player on the top right side of Frost LE, it's going to be Startail Life. That young whippersnapper who's won quite a few GSL championships. He's going to be up against a blue Protoss player hailing from the southeast corner of the map. It's going to be EG's JYP. So continuing my coverage from DreamHack. Like I said last time, this is a stacked group. This is the first game from Life we've seen from this event. We've seen quite a few games from JYP playing Terran players. We've seen that he does very well versus Terran players, doing that charge lot Archon Templar style. Let's see if he has the same success with Zerg players. Probably not going to use the exact same build, but you never know. So JYP gets lucky, scouts out his opponent first time. This is quite a big map, so that works out pretty well. Almost blocking the spawning pool there, but Life is going to go ahead and grab that. So now JYP looks like he's going to be a little bit greedy here. He's saving up for some minerals, going to throw down a Nexus first. Even after scouting out that spawning pool, he's got to feel pretty confident. We'll be able to block this hatchery for some time as long as he pays attention. He's got that probe on patrol. Probably going to throw down a pylon, maybe. No, just not yet. Nexus goes down into natural. And, oh wow, sneaky Startail Life sneaks that in. Wow. JYP must have been too busy throwing down that Nexus to realize that. So both of those expansions popped down at the exact same time. And we're going to have a Forge go up here as well. Startail Life does scout this out so he knows what's up. Wouldn't surprise me if we see Life take a quick third. Pretty easy option to take a third right here. This is the probably the worst location to take a third, especially on this map, considering his opponent's right down here. So we'll probably see him take his third up here. A little bit easier to defend, I would say. JYP, is he going to go? Okay, he's just looking to see how many Zerglings come out, I guess. But so there's that second drone coming out. I wonder where he's going to head to. If he's okay, he's actually going to expand down here. Interesting. I was kind of expecting him to expand back there, but let's see how well this goes. Let's see if that comes back to bite him this game. So the probe is just going to go ahead and run around and do some scouting. Still looking up at the top. Okay, doesn't see a base there yet and hasn't yet scouted this position, but you can see that's where he's headed to next. But unfortunately, he will never make that trip. He's going to die. Very quick death there. Gateway goes up. Nexus chrono boosting got some work as Photon Cannon doing some work as well. So Life's sending out yet another drone. Actually, is this going to go to the natural, the mine? Okay, yeah. I thought he was going to go do some scouting or something like that. So 2 Zerglings heading over here, just going to control this Zelmaga tower. And another probe going out for JYP. JYP really wants to know about that third base. He wants to make sure that third base is going down. And just rule out any possibility of like an early 2 base play. And, and because this base is right here, he can come in from the right, come in from the left. It's pretty easy to scout this base out. As long as you don't have any Zerglings covering this entrance. And he will be able to see this, and that's going to give him a little bit of comfort. 2 Zerglings will be able to poke at the front, but of course that Photon Cannon will keep them at their distance. Otherwise, it will be at the cost of their life when taking one shot and falling back there. So right now, both players just doing a lot of macroing up. Stargate actually coming out for JYP. We've seen a prolific... what's the word I was going to say there? Proclivity, that's the word I was looking for JYP to actually use oracles, and we'll see if he's going to pull out the oracles again this game. I wonder where he's going with this probe. He's just going to put a pylon up there. Another thing we've seen JYP do a lot is just have a lot of proxy pylons all across the map, especially in his PvT. Wouldn't surprise me if he has that same type of playstyle versus Zerg players. This one Zealot comes up here, almost kills that drone, but that drone managed to stay alive. So we'll see what he's going to make here. Okay, there's the Oracle. So Oracle coming out. Definitely going to try and apply some pressure with that Oracle. And we'll see what he follows it up with. A lot of drones here from Startail Life. He's just about to get up to 100 gas. We'll see what he first goes into. 47 workers versus 38. So definitely in the economy advantage here for StarTale Life, but of course he has to worry about the Stalker and Zealot outside his base. First Zealot goes down, but not after getting 2 kills there. StarTale Life is waiting on a couple more Zerglings to pop out. He's only got 2, making 3, really running the razor's edge with his production here. He's got, yeah, I think it's like 5 Zerglings out of the map. That will force his Stalker to fall back. And, Lyot. Huh. It's an interesting character. So Zerglings are getting a little bit over-ambitious. Both of those guys go down. And now, so JYP is probably not going to go in for another push. He can use this Oracle, run around his opponent's base, do some scouting. Looks like he managed to get 6 kills there. Probably ran straight into the Spore Crawler as we were looking at that Lyot. You know, I'm a fan of nature, fan of wild species. You know, I grew up on a farm, so I'm one with nature, I guess you could call it. And that Lyot's just an interesting little dude. He's got like spikes in his back. He's got a tail like a dog. He's got horns like a goat, I would say. I don't know. That's a strange specimen. Oracle working on getting some kills. No, just doing a little bit of tag football there. You're it, drones. Not going to go for the complete tackle. Oracle looking to get those numbers up a little bit. Third base goes down for JYP, but look at that. StarTale Life walks that Zergling by at the perfect time, scouts that out. No other, oh, actually, we got a Void Ray coming out for JYP now. Fourth base going up for StarTale Life. Both players continuing to macro up, working on that late game. Robotics facility done, working on some Mortals. Has a Robotics Bay coming out as well. It's going to allow him to get some Colossus. Sentries and Mothership Core holding the front line against those 2 Zerglings. Speed close to being done. Hydra's coming out as well. Of course, at this point, as soon as he gets that fourth base up, he'll have enough money to do whatever he feels like. 1 Evolution Chamber out. Already starting that Groove Spine upgrade for those Hydras, which will give him a range bonus. So the Hydras will be a really good interim unit for defense. Not much you can really do with the Hydra. Off creep, especially if you're pushing a Protoss base. You have to have an insane amount of Hydras to just push straight into a Protoss base without any support, just because they die so quick. JYP doing a pretty good SimCity here, keeping that Photon Cannon protected. Using those extra gateways over there. So that's going to put him up to, let's see, he's got 3 here for 7 gateways total. Hydras are looking to get a kill. They're looking to pick off this Oracle, and that Oracle, if it just kind of meanders around, it might fly right over those Hydras. Taking a little bit more damage, but not too much. Colossus being built. Another Void Ray being populated as well. A couple more Zealots being warped in here. Both players really working on a lot of tech. Not too many upgrades. Both players only getting 1 upgrade at a time. Hydra range damage is being upgraded here. Also working on that muscular augments to give those Hydras a little bit more move speed. Now we've got JYP doing what he loves to do, playing down a pylon, but yet, look at this Life. Walks right up to it, perfect timing. Takes that out. So, Twilight Council going up. Both these players are just building up whatever they feel like and just doing some nice tech this game. Void Rays, Colossus, JYP getting the perfect army he wants here. StarTale Life has got he's got a lot of Hydras. That's a lot of Hydras, and I don't know if he's got enough. I don't know if JYP has enough here. That's a pretty big concave. Force fields do go down, but Time Warp goes down as well. These Void Rays aren't the best unit versus this, but it looks like the Force fields are pretty good. He managed to kill a couple Hydras, but look at this. Because of the Force fields, actually, because of the creep there, the Hydras could chase, but the Force fields go down, and he's going to pick off just a couple more Hydras. But yeah, that was a huge force there from StarTale Life. Definitely not enough. Definitely not enough Protoss forces to continue the pressure there, but JYP really trying to work on taking out the space here, apply the pressure, something he really loves doing, sending these, a big amount of proxied Zealots into his opponent's base. But look at this already. StarTale Life has it under control. Can have Zerglings there, has Hydras there. The Zealots will fall down at the same time. Look at this StarTale Life pushing towards the third, or actually the fourth at this point. That's a lot of Hydra, but of course it's in the same army he fought with earlier. A couple good force fields go down, and that's going to cause those Hydras to fall back. He really needs to pick off that Colossus, because that one Colossus is just doing worlds of hurt to these Hydralisks. And this is what I was saying earlier. Unless these Hydralisks have some amazing support or just walk into an opponent's base without him being there, these Hydras aren't too terribly effective versus the Protoss Death Ball. And Zerglings making their way into the natural. They may get a couple probe kills here. The photon cannon goes down very quickly. A couple of zealots being warped in just to die instantaneously. And JYP will manage to clean up these Hydras eventually after they get a couple licks in on this probe worker. And now we've got a huge tech switch from Startail Life into 20 Mutalisks. 15 worker kills versus 7. Actually, was that 7? Yes, 7. A lot of Zerglings here. Startail Life so famous for these Zergling counterattacks. At the same time, we have a lot of Mutalisks going straight on into this, and they'll fly right past that War Prism, which actually manages to sneak out of there, but all these probes are going to be forfeit. The Void Raids will be nice along with the Stalkers, but I don't think Blink is finished yet. Mutas going on straight into the main. They'll get a lot more kills here. These probes not even running. Now they're finally going to run after a couple of those guys do go down. Startail Life looking to get a free Void Ray kill. Going to snag that and head on out of there. Going back to the natural round 2 on these probes. A couple more of those die. Already racking up more and more kills. 42 workers killed, 45. Startail Life decimating the economy. JYP trying to do the same thing, but not as effective. All these Zerglings clean that up in the main. A couple more Zealots being warped in here as well, but that's just not enough. And these two Hydras up here on the high ground being very annoying. Look at that, 18 kills between the two of them, causing a lot of mining here. Startail Life is just at every single base dealing significant damage. At the same time, he's completely has his own base on lockdown. JYP definitely not winning the war here as far as base harassment goes. Startail Life, not only is he defending his own base very well, but he's got multiple bases, 2 more extra bases going up here. He's got a big force, a huge amount of Mutalisks. No upgrades though, but still a huge number of those. Who needs upgrades when you just have 10 times more units than your opponent does? Picks up that pile, and now it's going to go down here. Will he manage to snipe out this Nexus? Time will tell. He's going to take out down that Photon Cannon very quickly. All these Zerglings are just on hold position, trying to get a couple probe kills, but this base looks like he just needs to do something with these Zerglings because they're going to die no matter what. Just go ahead and take the Nexus down. All those Zerglings are not going to make it out of there, and that's a lot of Zerglings to pay for that. Blink, it looks like it's done. He blinks up here on the high ground to chase down these Mutalisks, but the Mutalisks are going to grab a couple more probe kills before they sneak out to the top right side of the map. And there's not that many probes left here to kill. JYP just doesn't have any money. Look at the production tab. It's dead. 21 workers versus 77. Startail Life has had such a commanding lead this game. And at this point, with this number of Mutalisks versus a Protoss player with almost no economy, JYP is just dead to rights. He's kind of sitting in his own base. This is like he's digging his own grave. Actually, it's Startail Life digging his own grave where JYP is standing. And JYP just can't step out of that grave because, I mean, the second he leaves, those Mutalisks are going to be back in his base, destroying everything. You know, the best option you really have here as a Protoss player, even if you get a straight-up base race, the Zerg player is just so much quicker about it. On top of the fact that Startail Life has a better economy, more bases, JYP just going to try a base race here, but it's just, there's just not much he can do here. I mean, even if he kills this base, even if he kills this one, and this one, there's still 2 other bases to deal with. Sure, he's got a proxy pylon, but there's the GG. Startail Life with a decisive victory over JYP that game. So props to JYP for at least giving it a shot. But, man, Startail Life, he wasn't having any of that. That Oracle did get a couple kills early game, but that was about it. After that point, Startail Life was like, all right, I got my mutas up. Base defense is looking good. Make a lot of Zerglings. Get the map control. Keep the proxy pylon count down. And, man, just elegant display from Startail Life. So that was game number 1. We're going to head on into game number 2. Up next in this best of 3 series. Once again, guys, make sure to check back every Monday because that's when I'll post my StarCraft 2 commentaries. Tuesday is going to be Arma 3/DayZ videos, and Friday and Saturday my Hearthstone video. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, go ahead and subscribe and check it out at youtube.com/EonShiKeno. Thank you for watching. See you guys later.